Hello everyone! Welcome back to another episode of English Speaking Practice for Beginners. I'm Emma.
And I'm David. Today, we're diving into the world of streaming and entertainment. If you enjoy movies, music, and shows online, this episode is definitely for you.
Absolutely! We'll explore some basic terms like movie, series, episode, and more. Let's make sure everyone is on the same page so you can enjoy content without any language barriers.
Great idea, Emma. For starters, a movie is simply a story shown on a screen. Meanwhile, a series consists of multiple episodes like Friends or Stranger Things.
An episode is one part of that series. When you stream, you watch something online without actually downloading it. It's like turning on a tap and getting water immediately.
A playlist is a collection of songs or videos. Imagine it as your personal radio station where you pick all your favorite tunes and shows.
Here are some sentences. I'm watching a movie on Netflix. Or, this is my favorite episode. Simple, right?
Yes, and if you want to share music, you might say, "Can you share your playlist with me?" All right, let's move on to talking about preferences.
So, how do you communicate what you like or dislike about entertainment? Let's start with some simple phrases.
If you enjoy something, you might say, "I love action movies," or "My favorite show is funny." It's an easy way to start a conversation.
And if you want a recommendation, you could ask, do you recommend a good series? It's a friendly way to discover new content.
On the flip side, if something doesn't appeal to you, you could say, "This movie is too long," or "I don't like sad endings." It's all about expressing your personal taste.
Interestingly, a study showed that people who articulate their preferences in a second language tend to enjoy content more. It's as if they see it through a new lens.
That's fascinating, Emma. However, some argue that translating preferences can sometimes lead to misunderstandings, especially if cultural nuances are involved.
True, cultural context can be tricky, but it's also a great learning opportunity. As more people engage in cross-cultural exchanges, they find common ground in entertainment.
Absolutely. And with platforms like Netflix offering multi-language subtitles, the world of entertainment is becoming more accessible. Let's move on to a conversation example.
Let's practice a short dialogue you might have with a friend about what you're watching.
Sure, Emma. Here we go. "What are you watching?" is a simple way to start.
I'm watching a comedy series. Easy and straightforward, right?
Absolutely. And to follow up, you might ask, "Is it good?" This shows interest and keeps the conversation going.
Yes, it's very funny. You should try it. This not only expresses enjoyment, but also invites your friend to join in.
It's a great way to bond over shared interests. Plus, discussing shows in English can really boost your language skills.
Indeed, conversation practice is key. It's like watching a live show where you're part of the cast, improvising as you go.
Well put, Emma. Let's dive into an anecdote that sheds light on learning through entertainment.
One of my students shared a fascinating story about how she learned English by watching cartoons.
That's interesting. Cartoons are often underrated when it comes to language learning. What did she find most helpful?
She said the simplicity and clarity of the language in cartoons helped her grasp common phrases and vocabulary. Plus, the visuals made it easier to understand context.
I can see that. However, some might argue that cartoons oversimplify language and lack the complexity of real-world conversation.
That's a valid point. Yet, they serve as a great starting point for beginners. As learners progress, they can move on to more complex shows.
Exactly. It's all about layering your learning. Start simple, then gradually increase complexity. It's like building a pyramid of knowledge.
Yes, and as technology evolves, we're seeing more educational cartoons designed specifically for language learners. The future of learning is bright.
Absolutely, Emma. Speaking of technology, let's discuss some expert tips on using media for language improvement.
Experts suggest that watching movies with English subtitles can significantly enhance both listening and reading skills.
That's true. It's like getting a two-for-one deal. You hear the words and see them written, reinforcing your learning.
Exactly. And don't forget about music. Singing along to English songs is one of the best ways to practice pronunciation. It's fun and engaging.
However, some people feel self-conscious about singing, especially if they're not confident in their pronunciation.
I understand that. But remember, it's about progress, not perfection. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes.
And there's no shortage of resources. Apps like Lyrics Training turn songs into interactive learning experiences. The tech world really is your oyster.
Absolutely, David. Embracing these tools can transform your learning journey. Let's wrap up with some practice phrases.
Great idea, Emma. Let's give our listeners some phrases to try out in real-life conversations.
All right, everyone, repeat after us. Let's watch a movie. It's a simple invitation to enjoy some screen time together.
Next up, do you have a favorite song? This is a great icebreaker when talking about music.
And here's another one. Can you recommend a series? Perfect for discovering new shows that might interest you.
Remember, practicing these phrases with a friend can help you sound more natural. It's like rehearsing lines for a play.
Exactly. And the more you practice, the more confident you'll feel in actual conversations. It's all about building that muscle memory.
Consistency is key. Just like exercising, regular practice strengthens your language skills.
So, keep at it, and soon you'll find yourself navigating entertainment conversations with ease.
All right, that's all for this episode. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.